Which of these teams still makes the playoffs?
I'm taking the Atlanta Falcons, G, because I think they can put up points in the droves. And looking at the NFC South, where I thought the Saints and Tampa would handily have a hold on this division, I don't think it's as clear anymore. Atlanta obviously gave up a huge lead, but they were beating a good Dallas Cowboy team. Ain't no way in hell they should have lost that game. And then against Seattle week 1, they made some plays and offensively still put some points on the board. They have to get some things corrected, but between Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Hayden Hurst, and Matt Ryan, you suspect this offense to get rolling and them to make some plays defensively. I'm taking the Falcons.
Yeah, they started badly last year as well and then got super hot, but it was too little too late. Who's next? Jeff, give me the playoff team of those 0-2s. Who's making the playoffs?
Yeah, I'm going Falcons as well, and Swagoo said it best. When you look at the roster of the Atlanta Falcons, this team is poised to do some things. Again, they play the best team in the NFC right now, which is the Seahawks. They lost that one. No shame in that one. They gave the Dallas game away. And those are the errors that game should have never even gotten to the onside kick. But if it does, those are the type of things you can't beat yourselves. That's what the Falcons are doing. I think they fix those errors and they make it back to the playoffs.
Wow, so far I'm a little surprised. Graziano, which of these teams makes the playoffs?
You know, you guys are right about the Falcons being able to score points, but they can't stop anyone. I'm going with the Houston Texans. Look, this is a team that's won its division 4 out of the last 5 years. It's a coach and quarterback that have come back from really rough starts to the season in recent years. And look, who have they played? They played the Chiefs and the Ravens. Are those teams any good? I mean, there's absolutely no chance that there's another 2-game stretch on Houston's schedule that's even close to as tough as this, though they do have Pittsburgh this week. They're getting it all out of the way early. But of these 4, I think Houston, given the track record and given the quality of the quarterback, I think is the team.
All right, and finally, Greg, which of these teams makes the playoffs?
I'm going Houston with Grass. I look at the quarterback naturally, Deshaun Watson, who has done it in the past, and I really believe he can still elevate this team, and they can get things going. Like he alluded to, Graz, I mean, what kind of team starts with the 2 best teams in the AFC and maybe even the 3 best teams in the AFC if you take into account having to play Pittsburgh this week? So ask this question again next week. They might be 0-3, and I might go out to Vegas, put a little wager on them to make the playoffs because at 0-3, I still like their chances. Their division is not impossible. I think Tennessee might come back to earth a little bit. Tannehill especially might come back to earth a little bit. So I think it's a potential spot where they could really get going, get in the groove, and make some noise down the stretch.
Well, let me go back to the Eagles.
You're going to lose
here.
money
I'm
in Vegas
surprised.
if you take that.
Jeff, let me go back to the Eagles here. I'm a little surprised no one said them. They're one crazy onside kick the other day away from being in a division where the Cowboys are also 0-2. Dallas plays Seattle this weekend, and Philadelphia plays Cincinnati. By the end of this coming weekend, the Eagles have a very good chance of being tied for the lead in a division that some team might win at 7-9. So I'm just, based upon the division alone, Swagoo, I'm surprised no one's looking at the Eagles.
Gee, they lost to the Washington football team.
Yeah.
Like, look, we can cut it up as much as we want to. Not only did they lose to a divisional opponent, Carson Wentz is playing terrible, man. Like, we have to acknowledge the fact that this is a quarterback-driven league, and we all understand that he can get it going. There's a possibility of him playing lights out. We've seen those moments and those flashes. But as of right now, the Philadelphia Eagles, to me, doesn't look like a team that's even equipped to make the playoffs. They are still struggling on offensive line play. Carson Wentz is not playing at an elite level. And then you look at the game that they've already lost. They lost to arguably, between the Giants and Washington football team, the worst team in their own division. And I believe Dallas is going to get better. Dallas is going to hit a stride after this Atlanta Falcons comeback. I'm telling you, watch out for the Cowboys in the NFC East.
That may be. That may be.
Greeny,
Go ahead, Jeff. Quick final thought.
Yeah, about the Eagles. With Wentz is seeing ghost, right? So when you have a quarterback that's throwing poorly in clean pockets, and 15 of 20 pockets are clean, and he still can't complete passes, that's your concern. When his eyes continue to drop down and look at the offensive line instead of where the ball needs to go, that's tough to overcome. I don't care what division you're in. This thing is in his head. And when Doug Peterson, your coach, isn't going, when he's asking the same question, I don't know what's wrong with him, That should be concern for your entire football team to have them come back and win the division. That's going to be a tough sell unless Wentz really flips the script and comes back to end of last season.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.